SharkyBreath.
He plays video games.
Don't be afraid to say weird things. People are more forgiving to persons of power, like police officers. Huh. The load screen just had some interesting advice for me. I'd been told to watch the load screen for relevant information, and yeah, apparently that's one of them. Say weird stuff. Okay, cool, thanks, game. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. We have decided we have to preserve this corpse, which means we better get on it. As Kim has pointed out, for once we have a bit of a time budget. I'm guessing this thing would have lasted outside as long as we wanted, but the fact that we shot it down at this point, now it's like fair game, right? Now theoretically people could scavenge those pants. It's easier to access for, you know, scavengers. I mean, like the ones that would eat the flesh. Although I'm not sure they would eat weak old rotten flesh, but you know, maybe they would. I need to talk to Guard, right? Gart, that's the guy. Our favorite gentleman, Gart. I'm sure he will be thrilled to see me. There's somebody here. Interesting. Interesting. Well, first things first. Guard is still poking at his bird. That seems appropriate. Hello. Hello.
Can I help you?
He arches an eyebrow. I seem to be in need of a fridge. Here's a trash container key. Oh, right. I need to give him back the trash container key. So how about that money? Oh, Guard, I saw another thing at the whirling. Well, first the trash container key, yes?
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
I found the victim's clothes. I did.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state. Could someone on your staff have put them there? Who else has keys to the trash container? That seems relevant.
The trash collection service?
Oh,
CS
yes.
Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
No, that wouldn't seem to make sense, would it?
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road.
Okay, understood.
Thank you anyway.
He turns to the man. Could someone on your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Well, I mean, anybody would probably say that until you find out that someone had, but, you know, we wouldn't. I doubt that Gart did it, but also I like making him uncomfortable.
I think fugue states are more your forte, officer.
I mean, that's probably true. Okay, let's talk about something else.
Yes?
Right, so I need a fridge.
Yes. For the dead body. You want to put a dead corpse into my fridge, right?
Yeah, well read. Yes.
Correct him.
No. No, we want to put a very important dead body in your fridge. Yes, that's the gist of it. How did you know? Reaction speed? I mean, I get it. We're just being a jerk to Gart because he's Gart, but let's see here. I'll have plenty of chances to make him angry later on.
Well, I have a fridge, and you're not putting it here.
I'm not even going to ask why. You're just going to say something mean. I want to hear the something mean. Let's hear it.
Because this is a culinary establishment, not a morgue. I can't believe you even asked me.
Desperate times, Gart. Come on now.
It would only be for...
Lieutenant, you too?
He can't believe it.
You're asking too? No. The answer is no. I will not turn this place into some kind of macabre circus.
I mean, it's a little bit too late for that now, isn't it?
Let's go talk to the frit, Claire.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good. I don't think I saw another thing at the whirling, but let's just make sure.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
I'm sure you do. Okay, I didn't actually see anything, so it turns out, never mind.
Yes?
Bye. Okay, cool. This has been fun. We need to talk to the Freed person. I'm curious about this guy. It's nearly 6 o'clock. Okay, all right. Bald man will be here later. It's fine. We'll come and talk to him later. It's fine. Pick dialogue options at being with hold on. I couldn't read the rest of it. Loading time too fast. Computer too powerful. Probably not. Hello. Can you direct me to the free...
Hello again, officer. How are things?
Things are okay. We need directions, please.
Since the street sign's messed up? Okay. What do you need?
Oh, she nods. Right. I hadn't asked about the street signs before I talked to her last time. Makes sense. Do you know where I can find the representative for the Wild Pines? Just while I'm here.
Wild Pines? You mean the company woman?
Yeah, I do mean that.
Yes, a representative of the harbor.
Mhm.
She should have set up operations nearby.
Oh, that must be the woman on the giant boat. There's one docked on the pier. It arrived a couple of weeks ago. It's very hard to miss.
Okay, cool. Now, if I remember correctly, you said to the east was where I'd find free right? So I'm going to just make sure.
The harbor gates? Some kind of commotion, I think.
There we go, a Freet store too.
I don't follow the local politics.
Right.
A fleet store too.
That's the one, thank you.
No problem.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
I suppose she is at that. Thank you for that composure. I have to run. Cool, you are so helpful, you know that? You are the most helpful person I've ever met today. Anyway, thank you, goodbye. I don't need to go into the whirling rags. What is, hang on. Hold up, what's this? Goods from the lorry haphazardly litter the surroundings. I suppose they do. This is not an entrance, is it? This is just a inspect this thing for some sort of feedback? Closed for winter, please use main entrance. Very good. Well, no, I will not, because I already did. There's a guy here. Okay, what's this? Just inspecting things, don't mind me. A glossy magazine. Most able-bodied men. This issue hosts a top 10 list. Welcome to Revachol. Thank you. Jump Jams, a populaire musique mag. Very French, apparently. Okay, is this garbage? Can I... Yeah! Oh, it's a healing item, magnesium. Oh, very nice. Morale charges, I love those. Freet, seek. Okay, so it's spelled that way on purpose is what that means, I'm pretty sure. What's this? 3 T's, how idiomatic. Apparently so. I can't have that, it's way too far away. Welcome to Revachol. He's a very welcoming person. And there's a commotion. A union commotion. And a picketer. And money on the ground? Money on the ground. Someone dropped their change. Yeah, let's just see what I can get at the Freet for these cans first. Need to pass time? Buy a book? Okay, I don't, but thank you. Alright, let's see here. Inspect. Yellow roses, dozens of them. Tulips, too. Neat. What's this? Radio. A melancholy pop song plays on the radio. Hopefully not that melancholy pop song, or we are going to have some issues soon. What's this?
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
Fritta, so that's how it's actually pronounced. Got it.
The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display.
I suppose so. 17% chance. I don't think I want to try to steal a raincoat. I could buy a raincoat for 4 real, but that seems unnecessary at the moment. I could ask about the raincoat. Leave for now. Don't need to talk about the raincoats at the moment. What's ever this?
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Great, tear machine. I did need this. Insert my bottles, please.
Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
By a slight amount, I've got 1/6 of what I need to pay my bills at the thingy tonight. Continue.
You're 100% sure you got special Hobocop money for that tear.
Oh, no.
At least 100% extra tear money. If the numbers on the machine told you otherwise, it's a lie.
So, special Hobocop money is actually imaginary. Well, that is disappointing, but not too surprising. Okay, goodbye. Great, so it's not a thing. I thought it was a thing. I hoped it was a thing. It's not a thing. All right.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Okay.
Their logo is the bloodless rose, pure white, untouched by harm.
Untouched by harm.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
Okay. What do these products do, please?
I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal spray. Duramine is a really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypnogamma is...
She stops. Are you not supposed to stock Hypnogamma?
I don't really know what hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising.
Oh, so sort of a generic, like, equalizer type thing, maybe. Can you be a little more specific? Thank you for explaining, miss. It sounds like she can't, and I don't feel like antagonizing this person I've just met, particularly since they make her wear this visor hat, and I'm sure she's not having any of it. Thank you for explaining.
Uh-huh.
Her nose is already back in her magazine. Who's Saint Baptiste? I guess it's a pharmaceutical company, but let's go ahead and ask.
Saint Baptiste.
Yeah.
You know, the pharmaceuticals company.
She nods slowly at the cabinet. I don't, because I don't know anything, but you don't know that. Continue.
Saint Baptiste Pharmaceuticals. The one that sells meds out of Saint Baptiste.
She points to the cabinet.
There.
Right. Got it. Cool.
She is right. Saint Baptiste, the company, derives its name from Saint Baptiste, the city. Itself so named because that's what it is.
Helpful.
A rare case where that really is the full etymological history.
Uh-huh.
As far as almost anyone knows.
So there wasn't...
At least.
I didn't let you finish, sorry. So there isn't actually an original Saint Baptiste, it's just that's what the city's called. Okay, cool. Also, it would have been helpful, Encyclopedia, if you'd piped up before I asked about it, but, well, it's not like I'm going to be impressing this person. Anyway, she's seen it all, I'm sure. +1 health for Nosafed. +3 health for Dramine. Magnesium is morale. Hypnogamma is also morale, it's just a lot of it. I see. 90 cents for a nose. We'll deal with it in a second. I probably could use that, but if I don't wind up taking any... I've got 2 hit points, right? If I survive until I sleep tonight, I'll be fine. But, on the topics of surviving, since I'm about to talk to somebody, maybe I should do a little bit of... Hey, quick saves probably fine. Beautiful. Oh, wait, don't I have... How's my experience looking? I have a skill point that I should probably use on something. I mean, I could always throw it back into the thought cabinet, which is never a terrible idea. Who else has unauthorized access to the whirling trash? Find this person, you'll know who tampered with the scene. It may take a while. Yeah, probably. Send victim's body to processing. Once you're done with it, send the corpse to processing. Lieutenant Kitsuragi will take care of it. Check twice to see whether you've done with all the corpse... whether you're done with all the corpse-related tasks. After you sent the body away, you can't take it back. That's fair. Fridge the victim's body. You need to buy yourself more time to find whatever you're missing in the corpse. A fridge would allow you to preserve the body longer. Ask the whirling or maybe Kuno or some other local kids. Ask around about fridge. Yes. Excellent. That seems to be all there is here. Map. Incomplete. I don't have a... How do I get a city map? I would like one. I would like one very much. Look at all these checks that I just can't do. Look at all the ones that I can't do. Okay, those in white are available to try now. Oh, because I can talk to Kim, and I don't even remember what the Inland Empire check with Kim was, but it's not empathy, so I don't have any bonus to it right now. Thought cabinet, how are we doing? Do we want to throw a thing into getting another thought, or do we want to raise a particular skill? Is there something specific that I'm trying to work on? What are the things with the corpses? I was just there, but I'm looking again. Okay. Let's see. The Hangman is Inland Empire. It's a medium check. Theoretically, pretty possible at this point. A medium and suggestion check with a net, although I don't remember what that was. Those are the most obtainables of these. I guess it sort of makes sense to put points into things that I'm kind of bad at, you know? Since the things I'm good at. This game has made it very clear in its skill descriptions that if you get too good at anything, that's a bad thing, you know? So probably enhancing my weaknesses is not a bad idea. Do I want to throw a thing in Inland Empire? Just for one more shot at that Hangman check? It's not a terrible idea. That said, these things tend to have rewards, right? I kind of want to just lean into the sorry cop thing is the thing. -1 more authority, but, how much lower can it get? I don't know. Probably it's going to be a problem if I try and convince anyone to let me store a corpse in a fridge if I don't have any authority, but, it's already at -2. It's already at -2. -3 is probably not going to be that much worse, right? I'm thinking maybe right now is when we open up another slot and start working on the rigorous self-critique, yeah? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I don't know if it's a good idea. I'm doing it anyway. Bing. Internalization. Yeah, all right. Now then. Hello. Can you help
Welcome
me?
to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
She returns to her magazine.
What's that magazine she's reading?
Before we go on, what is this free? What magazine are you reading? Let's proceed. I have some questions for you. Leave. What is this free?
I don't know. Frit?
Indeed, she shrugs. And what is Frit? Why is it written with 3 T's? That's a question. That's what I've been kind of wondering. I don't actually know what Frit is anyway. Sure, let's start there.
A 7 to 11 grocery store.
It does appear to be, yes. Why is it written with 3 T's?
I think they think that the extra T makes it funkier.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't.
She chews on her gum with disgust. It's kind of like changing your S's to Z's, I think. Maybe. Continue.
The story goes that normal Fritta, with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken.
Mm-hmm.
So when Fritta Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement.
Okay. Interesting. So they had grown into a multinational corporation, but they still didn't want to get into any legal struggles with a workwear shop. Well, I mean, fair enough, I guess. Just easier, but rebranding is tricky, I would think. Well, whatever. Funkier. Got it. What magazine you reading?
You mean this?
Mm-hmm. She looks at the cover boasting a colorful photo of 2 girls kissing. Okay.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
It's yours, I understand. Continue.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
Police de la Mode. Stupid famous people. I approve of this. Very futuristic. Tap on the girls kissing. Forget about all that. What is this fashion police feature? Point at the cover. I'm not even interested in that magazine. I don't know why I asked about it. Fashion? Is that... Oh, de la Mode, that's a fashion thing, is it? I see, I see. I mean, I have... so far, insulted one person based on their interest in famous people. Should we alienate this clerk right off the bat? I'm curious about this. Let's ask about this.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear.
Oh, really?
It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean.
She stops to think.
It's about who's the most stylish.
Who's the numero uno guy in there right now? And does he look like this? Point at yourself. Point at her hat. I bet your hat would take the prize. So who's the most stylish here? It can't be... Who's the most stylish there? It can't be anyone from here. So either puff myself up, drag her down backhandedly, or neutral option. I am not that confident. I think we're pretty sure about that. Like nothing in my... Wait a second. Kim, how did I corner you against the counter like this? I'm terribly sorry. This must be tremendously awkward. Yeah. This is just such a smarmy thing to do. Weird options are great, but I don't like being smarmy and I don't like being insulting, so my options are limited here. I'm just going to go with this.
Benita. She's a model.
Uh-huh.
Usually it's a model. Or a singer-songwriter. Or a model.
I mean, sure, that tracks.
We are not the fashion police.
The lieutenant looks at you.
We're the real police.
Yeah, okay, fair point, Kim. Cool, I guess that's probably fine. I don't really need to insult the famous people at the moment. Let's proceed. I have some questions for you.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
Really, why not? She puts down the magazine. Do you have a fridge? Can you tell me anything about the dead body? Can you tell me anything about this reality we're in? That seems like a final question, yeah? Do you know anything about the dead body? Probably not. Probably you just want to keep your head down and have nothing to do with it, but let's just ask anyway.
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Did you know the man who died? How long has it been there? What do you think happened? Thank you for your help. Did you know the man who died?
Not really.
Not really? Does that mean you knew him a little?
No. I didn't know him at all.
That sounds like he probably has been into the store. But fair enough. How long has it been there? I mean, are we just testing her basic knowledge to see what she actually knows?
I don't know, really long.
I mean, that is true. What do you think happened?
I don't know.
Very well.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
The lieutenant's voice is soothing and professional. Unlike mine. Continue.
Okay.
She scratches her nose. Thank you for your help.
Uh-huh.
She brushes a strand of hair off her face and tries to return to her magazine. You got a fridge?
Mm-hmm. Right behind you.
She nods towards the buzzing machine in the corner. You're right, this is a fridge. Wicked. I need to store a corpse there. I'm sure she wants nothing to do with that. I'm tempted to just say that. But I did come with the intent of putting corpse in fridge. That's the whole reason I'm here. Aside from, selling the tear for $2.60. But I need to store a corpse in there.
You're joking, right?
She keeps chewing on her gum. This was a joke. A bad joke. Measure the fridge with your fingers when I close. Never mind, it would never fit. No, I'm not joking. I need to store the corpse of a hanged man in your fridge. I did not take note of the fridge, so I do not know. This was Kim's idea. He'll theoretically back me up on this, right? I'm not joking.
Okay.
She looks at the fridge.
It wouldn't even fit,
Now that I'm looking at it, maybe a glass-doored fridge in a public grocery store isn't the best option for storing a corpse.
Well, I can't look around while I'm in the conversation, so Kim, this is on you, I guess. Pity, it would have been so beautiful. I guess you're right, plus the fridge is too small anyway. Well, thanks, Freak Clerk.
Okay.
She returns to her magazine. Can you tell me anything about this reality we're in?
Reality? You mean what reality? Economic reality, or?
I wasn't expecting you to actually follow up on this. Continue.
She is like a student unexpectedly called upon by a teacher. Can she answer the classroom question?
Yes, tell me about the economic reality. No, I meant the physical reality. The physical reality, the economic reality. Economic reality is, well, I'm sure she has more of a... She's probably confronted with the grim reality of the economics every day, every minute. Let's talk about physical reality.
I don't know. What about it?
Where are we? What time is it? What is the revolution? The coalition? What's that? Someone told me there is one. I won't bother you with this nonsense anymore. This is not the sort of questions I was expecting. Where are we?
We're in Frit
No, I meant where are we on a larger scale?
as mankind, or as a nation, or...
What will her essay prompt be?
As a mankind, as a nation. Like, where in the world? You know what? Never mind. I think I know roughly where we are as a nation. Let's talk about humanity,
in a good place.
Really? She rubs her face, thinking.
I mean, science is doing great, and this radio computer thing seems to be kind of big. I don't know.
She shrugs and folds her magazine back. Tell me about the coalition, huh? What is that?
Our government?
I mean, yeah.
Or do you mean something else? Sorry, I really need to finish this article.
She taps the magazine on the counter. That does seem very important. What is the revolution?
When ordinary people take over the government and, demands democracy.
I mean, that's one way a revolution could go, sure. What about the one we had here in Revachol?
Yeah, it happened like 50 years ago or so. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. At history, I mean.
Fair enough. I was probably alive for it, maybe. I'm not really sure, though. Should I ask her what time it is? I've got it right here. Quiz time, though,
I don't know. Look at the clock. It's right behind you on the wall.
If it's right behind me on the wall, you should be able to see it really easy, huh?
The clock shows the time at 10:09. The hands seem to be still. It's apparent the clock doesn't work.
Symbolic in a way. I won't bother you with this nonsense anymore.
Cool.
She seems happy to return to her reading. I guess we're done here. This has been a pleasure. Goodbye. All right, give me one of them.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various...
Yeah. Give me a nosefed, please.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
That would be pretty cool, thank you. I'm not going to use it, though. I'm going to save it for later, see? I don't need to be full health, I just need to be alive. This I know to be true. What's that over there?
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer.
Continue.
The bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes, too, glitter in their wrapping. It's like looking into a kind of heaven. Your knees are weak.
I hope this isn't going to force me into buying some. Continue.
There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
I am in heaven. I need it all so bad. Say nothing, just take it in. This is not a good place for a recovering addict. Not right now, leave. I'm gonna try and stay off of it. For now, electrochemistry, I'm a little bit weak in your particular department, as we may have noticed over the prior weekend.
Guess not, no.
She looks at the wall of goods behind her, then adjusts her hat. Continue.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
I sure do. Please, tell me more about these products.
The pale aged vodka is special, I guess. It's stored in pale for a couple of years, which makes it super expensive and super strong.
What is pale? Okay, what will consuming this stuff do to my body? Thanks for your answer. What is pale?
You know.
I don't. She shrugs, uninterested in explaining it further. Okay, well, what about how it affects me?
I mean, I already said it'd hurt you. I don't know what else they do.
That's fair. She stares at you, unsure. Are you perhaps underage? I mean, that would seem to make sense. Otherwise, why would you be doing this job, maybe? Continue.
Substances give powerful bonuses to your main stats at the cost of damage to your health or morale.
Ah.
Cigarettes raise your intellect while damaging your health.
Do they now?
Alcohol raises physique while damaging your morale.
Got it. Well, thank you, tutorial agent. That's very helpful of you.
Use medication, like Nosafed and magnesium, to counteract the negative effects of substances. Note: consuming substances can have unforeseen consequences for you.
That's sure something that you told me. Do you sell any under-counter vices? Commodore red wine, +1 physique, -1 morale. Pale-aged vodka, +1 physique, -1 morale. Interesting. It costs 6 times as much, but it has exactly the same effects in-game. Huh. Give me potent Pilsner beer, +1 physique, -1 morale. Give me Astra cigarettes, +1 intellect, -1 health. Just out of curiosity. Kim, cover your ears or something.
No, Frit only sells legal drugs, like the law says.
She fixes her hair underneath her cap. Okay, bye. Cool, thanks. Great talk. Do I need a raincoat? Do I have any reason I would need a raincoat? I certainly... Like, I've already stolen enough today, I suspect. Plus, I've drew a bunch of attention to myself. So let's just talk about the raincoats, shall we?
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf.
Yeah, what's that?
What is what?
The girl leans over the counter to see what you're referring to.
It's a raincoat.
Is it now?
If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
She taps on the glass counter. The raincoat patiently awaits purchase.
Her attention is drawn to the raincoats. Stealing one undetected will now be more difficult.
Of course, I wasn't planning on stealing one anyway. Asked what it is. -1. It's okay. +1 in... Oh, it's a +1 endurance. Oh, that's pretty good. Shoot. Didn't even look at it. Well, I'll have to bear that in mind for later, I think. That's more than half... No, it's not. It's just under half of my money, and I have bills to pay. Goodbye. Goodbye. What does my current shirt do? What's my current shirt? I guess it's a jacket. Oh, it gives me police thingy. Whereas my undershirt here subtracts suggestion but adds conceptualization. But it probably would go over the shirt, I have to assume. Anyway, I'm not buying it. Tempted. Completionism. You know how it is. I'm leaving. Can't put more points in the skill. Something about drugs. Great. Well, it's 6:30 almost. Don't nobody notice. Don't nobody notice. Great. Thanks. I do want to talk to all these people, but we are on a time budget. Kim has pointed out as much. I need to go talk to Kuno, which seems like a terrible idea, but I guess we're talking to Kuno, because we need to be indebted to that guy. Definitely saving before this conversation. This kid can and has destroyed me. So, yeah, let's save. Hi, Kuno.
Fuck does Kuno care?
The boy turns to you. He doesn't care. Kuno, I need a fridge to stash the body. The body, what do you know about it? About the crime scene. You kids often play in this yard? I gotta ask, who's Kuno? Last time I did this, it went poorly for me. I never talked to you about the body and the armor and the whatnot. Do you know anything about the body, Kuno?
Shitload pig. What's your question? Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
Didn't ask you, Kuno S.
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a cop.
Where's the rest of his armor? Do you know who he was? Do you know how it got up there? Have you seen anyone suspicious around? There are contusions all over the body. Did you do that? More on this later. Right now, let's talk about something else. Where's the rest of his armor?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
How come?
Kuno's fuck gimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
A mutant?
Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man.
Huh. I guess he's pretty big. Sure. Continue.
Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
He drills his temples with his fingers in some strange aggressive gesture. That is a strange aggressive gesture. What do you mean you threw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big.
He performs a kickoff on the imaginary helmet.
Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
He threw it in the sea. I mean, I'm not in a position to criticize. I also throw things in the sea.
Yeah? That shit means nothing to Kuno.
He repeats.
Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk.
Are you now? Well, that's new. Continue.
You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gates.
I feel like you just learned how to swear a couple years ago and you are just having a party here. Who do you mean, troubadour?
Yeah, cock and boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker?
No.
Came around talking about cows or some shit.
What?
Came around pretending like he cares about cows.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Go to the gate. Ask him yourself.
Okay. At the gates. Mustached troubadour at the gates. Talks about cows. Knows about armor. The gates? Continue.
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
And you're just telling me this out of the kindness of your heart, Kuno? Let it be. It's probably best to let it be since Kuno goes aggro at a moment's notice, but I am suicidally curious, so...
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Kuno's doing pity now.
Well, thank you for your pity, Kuno.
Still, seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire.
It's a little weird to me, Drama, that you call me sire all the time. Do you know who he was? Do you know how it got up there? Do you ever seen any... Do you know who he was?
Kuno's fuck gimp. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice.
Well, he's on the ground now, so it's probably a lot easier to hit him, isn't it? Continue.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
It does seem that way. He picked up a rock, by the way. I forgot to read that. So you don't know anything? I meant who he was before he died. Kuno's not going to appreciate that. I'm going to just continue asking.
Kuno knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all.
He shakes his head,
Trying
clearly
to make
offended.
Kuno sing into the popo phone.
I mean, that is the whole deal here. Yes, I am the popo phone, and if you don't sing, well, then what are we even doing here? Do you know how he got up there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
So you didn't see it happening?
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol.
He
Kuno
puffs himself
wasn't
up.
Regional.
Oh, okay. Where'd you go then? Out of curiosity, since I can't not ask you.
I don't know. Some fucking...
He looks around trying to come up with something. Okay, so you were making an excuse. Gotcha.
Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
He just doesn't want to be anything. He wants nothing to do with this. Got it.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
That's a fictional city name. Night City doesn't exist. Smart stuff. He wouldn't appreciate it. Where is Night City? Okay, about the dead body. I'm just curious to see where your imagination goes. I'm not gonna shoot you down, Kuno. I just want to see where you're going with this.
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know.
He draws snot up his nose.
Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant.
No, I mean, no, that's fine.
Thanks, Kuno. That's one name you can now cross off the list.
Great. And he's entirely reliable as well. I'm pretty sure Kuno didn't have much to do with this. Although there was one child with them. We know there was, well, if not a child, someone very light. Have you seen anyone suspicious around? You're probably going to say us.
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yes, I'd imagine it does. Continue.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
I bet I know what that word means. Shall we talk about maximum velocity?
Fuck are you talking about? What is this contusion shit?
He grabs his head like it's suddenly hurting.
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
A contusion is a bruise. I'm talking about the marks or stones left on the corpse. Yes, that's what I'm saying. You're stupid. I hate words too. Let's back up. This isn't going anywhere. This is smart stuff. This is insulting. This... He's probably not going to buy? This may be my last chance to not take morale damage. Is that what that is? I just thought you'd want to gloat is all. But if I say this, you're gonna get angry. I know how you is a little bit. I hate words too, Kuno.
Words are fucking shit. Make you stupid.
He spits on the ground.
Kuno's got his own words now. Kuno words.
Tell me more immediately.
Has Kuno been to some kind of school? Probably a school for children with behavioral difficulties.
Kuno, shouldn't you be at school or something? I have behavioral difficulties too. Better not mention it. I wanted to know about the Kuno words, dang it. I do have behavioral difficulties too.
Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to relate to you.
You're right, I am. Sorry.
Kuno doesn't give a shit about your handicap. Get a wheelchair or something. Kuno doesn't care.
A very helpful lad, this Kuno. All right, talk about something else?
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
I mean, that's how it works, yes.
Get lost.
Thank you for that. I need a fridge to stash the body, Kuno.
For the fuck imp. Good thing you asked the Kunmeister. Kuno knows a fridge. Perfect for freezing.
Do you have to say... He nods, trying to look older. Okay. Really, I don't believe it. I thought you would. Where is it? You know, flatter the kid. It's fine.
Bacon Man's in a rush. But what's in it for the Kuno? What's the return on Kuno's investment?
A corpse-free yard. Don't you have civic pride? Kind sir, I'll repay you for this information one day. Right now, the clock is ticking. Rhetoric, medium 11. Convince the Kuno to spill the beans. Red, unretriable. Fine, Kuno. Don't help me then. Back off. You know, my rhetoric's pretty good. My rhetoric's pretty good. 3/4 chance. Go for it.
By
yeah!
This territory, someone has openly challenged Kuno. It's in his best interest to put them in their place.
Let's see if I'm right about this. Some arrogant shit thinks he can kill in the Kuno's kingdom without asking the Kuno first. That sounds like lawlessness to me. I don't know why I tried to do your voice, Kuno, and I'm sorry.
A dark flame smolders in Kuno's eyes as he ponders your argument. Wordless, like kings do.
This outlaw's fate is in your hands. Let's make an example of him. Help me locate him using fridge body technology.
All right, Kuno hears you. See that shit house over there?
He points to the collapsed building with the bookstore. Okay.
A cold comes over you as you glance behind him at the crumbling colossus there, casting a shadow on you.
Yes, I see it. The big tall one behind you. Okay. Interesting that I got the shivers from it. Might regret this.
You gotta get in that shit.
He points again.
In there deep.
What do you mean, in there deep? How do I get in the building again? Just ask for clarification. He hasn't actually told me this yet.
Check the fucking basement, pig. Don't you know anything?
Clearly not.
Always check the fucking basement, recon style.
The kid rolls his eyes. Okay, fair, cool, thank you.
There's a giant fridge down there. Fucking will fit, no problem.
He nods confidently.
It looks like a white bear or some shit. Try not to piss yourself when you see it.
I'll do my best.
A white bear? A polar bear?
How do I get in the building exactly? You're not going to think highly of me for this, but it's not like you do anyway, so yeah?
Through the bookstore. You gotta beg the book bitch. Used to be you could get in there through the doorbell, jam that shit. Book bitch changed that. Kuno doesn't beg, so Kuno doesn't go there anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, book bitch, beggar. You stupid or something?
Just asking for clarification. Continue.
He means the bookstore. We have to ask...
He checks his notes.
Plaisance is the mother of the little girl peddling books on the plaza.
Right.
We have to ask Plaisance in the store.
True, we haven't talked to her yet. I intended to do that at some point. Okay, continue.
Impressive note-keeping, Lieutenant.
He's not to be taken lightly. Continue.
See, the cloud gets it.
He says with
Listen
a nod.
to your four-eyed friend.
You just can't help yourself, can you? Thanks, Kuno.
You didn't hear it from Kuno, pig.
Of course not.
But don't forget where you heard it from.
I feel like you're mixing your own messages. He looks at you seriously. Continue.
Kuno owns you now, pig. You're Kuno's property.
I feel like we've already been over this particular point. About the crime scene, you kids often play in this yard. Is there anything to be gained here? They're not going to appreciate being treated like children in the first place, but, like, is there anything to be gained in even inquiring after it? We got a body to freeze. Try it.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
The dead man's clothes were in the trash container, pointed the container. How did they get there? The ladder, ever climb it, pointed a ladder on the tree. What's in the greenhouse over there? I might have questions later. For now, let's talk about something else. Did you see anything with the trash, with the clothes put in the container? That would be really helpful if you had.
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
I need to know. It could be a lead in the investigation. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene. Right, about something else then. Despite my convincing earlier, I suspect that Kuno does not care about that shit, as he has pointed out. But let's go ahead and try it.
Listen.
He stops you.
Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit.
I got some pretty good information out of it. You shouldn't look down on it there, Kuno.
Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
He points to his pants.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N running down his trouser leg.
F-A-L-N. I should probably know what that means, but I don't. Wait, I asked you what happened to his clothes. You must have seen them lying around. All right, entertain me. What's so great about these pants? No, Kuno, you don't know anything about the tampering I'm investigating, and I already have pants. Tell me, what's so great about these pants?
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists.
Pants scientists. Ooh.
Believe it, you need this shit.
He unzips his jacket to give you a quick peek at the plastic wrap pants. They are graphite black and look brand new.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness.
Could they now? Huh.
Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
Tartan ready, you say?
They will also make you into an idiot.
Thank you for that contribution, conceptualization. I might be interested in the pants. Let's talk about this later. More clothing seems more better. More options in terms of stats and all of that. But I also can't afford to be giving Kuno 5 real right now. Let's talk about this later.
All right, Pico. Shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's going to steal all your money, Kuno.
That would be convenient if I did, but I'm not going to, no.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
Okay.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
There was also a mug in the trash. Show him the mug. The ladder ever climb it? I suppose I could show him the racist mug. He's not going to say anything useful, that's for dang sure. This seems like the worst person in the world to show the mug from the trash, but I don't think it's ever going to come up again, so let's just see what happens, I guess.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Yes, does this racist mug have anything to do with it? Yes, does this adequate depiction of a South Samoan man have anything to do with it? Yes, does this quaint, better not taken out of its historical context mug have anything to do with it? Actually, talking about this makes me uncomfortable. Let's back up a notch. It's the racist mug.
Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain.
He whispers excitedly.
You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
I mean, I don't necessarily know that, but that's a question. That's possible, I suppose.
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone has tampered with the crime scenes, cleaned some of it up.
Shit, that's tense.
He thinks for a moment.
Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
He nods in approval. Who is Mug guy?
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Maybe I can what?
Tell the Kuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting 2 and 2 together here.
Gotcha. So he wouldn't give me any information, but if I gave him information, he would be happy? Continue.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching.
She lets out a hiss even meaner than before.
Get away from my Kuno.
Your Kuno, Continue.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
Fair enough, I suppose. The ladder ever climb it? What's in the greenhouse over there? That one.
Dunno. Kipta's gardener used to work there.
The one out front.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmarar. Not so much anymore.
Every word, Kuno. Every word? Every word? I can't... If you ever say something that I don't know, I have to just assume that it's vulgar. Hold on, the gardener used to work there? You mean the young woman by whirling in rags? That gardener? No. I presume it's the same gardener, but maybe we'll get to it later. Used to work there?
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it.
He fills his lungs with the rancid air. His eyes get a little
Shit's
watery.
Nothing to Kuno.
Nothing is, it seems. That gardener?
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
He looks at you at the eye. He looks you in the eye and nods as if agreeing with himself.
Yeah, her.
Presumably, yes. Continue.
What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? What kind of gardening is done in March?
I mean, fair question, I guess. In the middle of ostensibly winter, near the end of winter. It's a little too early to be planting, I suppose, but... Well, continue.
Fish is sometimes used to fertilize the soil a few weeks before planting something. Maybe she was preparing the garden beds.
I should ask her about that, accept the task. Yes, it was probably fish. I'm not going to waste more time asking about it, refuse task. She's been the most helpful person so far. I kind of don't want to harass her, but I'm also desperate for leads. I should ask her about that.
Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't like things being like that. Suspicious.
Oh, shoot. I'm just sticking my nose where it's not wanted at this point. It's not even going to be helpful. I'm just going to alienate her and antagonize her for no good reason. I'm the police. That ladder ever climb it?
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed.
He screeches. So you would say that the ladder is unclimbable?
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
I mean, fair.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
Kuno is not a fucking acrobat. Indeed.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it,
I
Kuno!
wasn't gonna ask it. It's fine. Might have questions later. For now, let's talk about something else.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
He spits over his shoulder, then looks back up at you. Kuno's Kuno. We already know. Okay, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
That is clearly evident. Now then, good day. Do I even want to try talking to you? I feel like not right now, right? I've been skipping conversations with people who I don't have... Kuno likes this brain shit, thinking shit. I thought you didn't. I thought you specifically didn't. Anyway, I've been skipping conversations with people who aren't directly relevant to what I'm doing right now, so I'm going to continue doing that. And we're going to go back. And we're going to go to the bookstore. It's bookstore time. Man, you've been out all day, Annette. That is rough. It's probably quite cold. Anyway, hope they're still open. Revachol is pronounced... Well, it's sure pronounced something. Hey, look, there's a person. Okay, let's have a look around first. Gift books and molten candy. Molten? Molten candy?
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere.
Storekeep, tell me about the Muscle Man books. Look through the display of books. Let's look through it first.
Rows and rows of Hyundai men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Hyundai and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Hyundai, Return to Hyundai. And the solipsistic Man from Hyundai and the Hyundai Man.
Solipsistic, even. Good God, how many are there?
Maybe 100. Man from Hyundai and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Hyundai and the false god. Man from Hyundai and the scorched earth. Man from Hyundai, the Hyundai colonies.
Uh-huh.
Man from Hyundai and the swamp beast. Man from Hyundai and the snow crabs.
Does this guy even have a name, or is he just Man from Hjelmdal? Is that all?
Not even close. Man from Hjelmdal in hell. Man from Hjelmdal and the forest of slaves. Man from Hjelmdal under the lake. Man from Hjelmdal, Hjelmdal burning. There's even The Trial of Death, a pastoral combat game book set in the world of Hjelmdalaman, and so much more.
Pain Threshold. Do any of the books call out to me? Storky, tell me about the Muscle Man books.
Oh, Man from Hjelmdal. A very popular series of adventure novels.
She looks at the books with some disdain.
They're immoral and violent books.
Why are they so popular?
Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
Sounds good. Which one should I start with? That doesn't sound like something I'd be interested in. As I kind of want to make that check at some point, just because I'm curious, but also like getting on Plaisance' wrong side at the very start here seems like a terrible idea, since I need to ask her for a favor and all that. Yeah.
At last, someone sensible.
She fiddles with her pendant.
However, I still urge you to buy one. Can't judge a book by the cover, they say.
Ever the businesswoman. Gotcha. Continue.
If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hjelmdalaman, the Man from Hjelmdal. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
Gosh, thanks. We're not going to do that right now. I'm not even going to do this right now. We're going to leave for the moment. What else we got? Okay, so I can check that again. What's this? Old sports magazines tucked away in a dark corner. What's this?
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Wirral-related merchandise. Storekeep, what board games do you have here? Look through the pile of Wirral-related items. I don't know what that is yet, so let's talk to the storekeep first.
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure. Or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography.
Continue.
Browbritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while.
Right.
We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
All my children. Look at me. Who'd want to have children with me? I don't feel as though I have any kids. Yes, kids, friends, chicks, I have all those. I don't feel as if I had any kids.
Friends are technically like family.
She fiddles with her pendant, thinking,
For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
I do not have that much money, so what about all these Wirral things?
Lousy auras there.
Auras?
No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things.
What kind of things?
Personally, I don't like it. Not at all.
Role-playing games are great. What are you talking about? Continue.
I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts.
Oh, are we doing a...
That they have rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them, though.
Is this a satanic panic thing? She looks at the table, crossing her arms. Look through the pile of Wirral-related items.
An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition.
Yeah, it can get really expensive getting into this sort of thing, and I should know. Continue.
There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrog.
Velkrog. Continue.
Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books?
I mean, me sometimes. Anything that really catches my eyes? Maybe I'm not into all this binoclard stuff. Let's just ask.
There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game. New maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real.
That's out of my price range. Continue.
That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplement. so it makes sense.
I suppose it makes sense, sure. All right, thanks. Bye. Okay. Can't argue with the second setting mega supplement. The book collects the national recipes of Arda. They're all about lake trout. Okay, good to know. Good to know, good to know. I'm gonna just step upstairs. You don't mind me, right? I can do that, right? Hey, there's a curtain. Deal with that in a minute. We'll come back to that. What's this?
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
I feel like that's not going to affect me particularly positively. Continue.
A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books. Thrilling tales of spycraft and daring do.
Store creep. Store creep. Storekeep. What's all this crime fiction?
Oh, crime, robberies, murders.
She lowers her voice.
Even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out.
Continue.
You're a police officer, apparently.
Apparently.
You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
You will say anything if I will buy something from you, won't you? Look through the display of books.
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers.
I mean, you're probably right, but also I wouldn't have thought that I would be able to remember that. Continue.
These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends.
No doubt. Continue.
What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives.
That's pretty much it. Yep, continue.
Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all.
Indeed.
Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Sure thing. Oh, God, no. I'm not gonna buy any. Do I really need to look at all of them? It's fine.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the supposedly stalwart Vespertine detective, Dick Mullen.
All right, okay, bye. It's a tome of fascist magic. Rather candid. Fascist magic? A quaint picture book brochure, very colorful. All right, all right. What's this?
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Which is unsurprising under my current circumstances. Anything of note in this shelf there, Storekeep?
I would say...
The woman hums to herself.
The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Who or what is an innocence? Great, I don't need to know anymore. Who or what is an innocence?
A very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education.
She waves her hand as if casting aside the thought. Okay, well, I'm glad that you assumed this.
The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
I thought it was about which of these innocences is the coolest and greatest, so you recommend it. Great, I don't need to know anymore. So, do we come across as stupid? Do we not say anything of note? Or do we dismiss the topic? She's clearly not... Anything that doesn't fit into her view of how things work. So far, it seems to be that she just dismisses it if it doesn't fit into her view of how things should be. Now, I'm judging a lot based on some very small interactions, but that's my guess. So let's go ahead and pressure her a little bit, yeah?
Perhaps for a layman,
She scoffs.
deep analysis is necessary to peel back the multi-layered meanings.
All right.
Do her words seem vague and abstract to you?
A little bit. So you recommend it?
Certainly. It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
Well, someone certainly taught you that. Did you ever really think about it, I wonder? Continue.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
Interesting, Inland Empire. That is good to know. However, I cannot afford to buy books right now. Look through the display books.
Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism.
Continue.
Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High-Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook.
Okay, what's it about?
High-Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover.
That seems to track. Is this something I'm interested in?
Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
And he survived this, did he?
Next to that, Rivasholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
I suppose I'd probably know who that is if I remembered anything about anybody.
I really must insist you buy one of the books.
You're interrupted by the
shopkeeper. It's not for free. Do still browse, though, but not too long.
You're a deeply unpleasant person, in contrast to your name.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
Okay, bye. Okay, what's this? 2 more shelves to check out, and then we talk to Plaisance. Another boring book, just discarded here. Okay. Fair enough, I guess. What's this?
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner.
Okay, I see that. It's kind of slanted, yes?
The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Well, this would explain where you're supposed to get a map of the area. Let's look at the map of Revachol real quick.
The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction.
Okay.
To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East.
Right, that tracks. The west of the river?
Hudon. It's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad.
And that's my neighborhood,
People
right?
shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forburg. It's almost as bad and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst.
Great. And Martinez?
It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of Jamrock. The strip of coast next to the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest.
Okay, continue.
No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
I mean, fair point. I suppose that I am. Map of Insulinda, map of Martinez. Let's look at that one.
It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48.
Gotcha. I'll be honest, I was kind of hoping I'd be able to actually look at the images, but I'm guessing I have to buy them for that, huh?
Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbor. Even the whirling in rags there.
Got it. How about the map of Insulinda?
This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme.
Okay, so this is like the wide view thing. It's like telescoping maps. Got it. What else?
Ozon, Laurentide, Face à la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white, disintegrating into mathematics.
I suppose that it is, yes.
In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. It's you.
I suppose that it is. Squint first. Can you see cities on the islands? Look at the edges.
You can. On Caillou, Revachol, a single black star. On Ozon, Fondelier, and Vilmandu. On archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers. On Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas.
I guarantee I'm going to retain none of that, but I guess I looked at it.
850 million people live on these little dots, an oceanic world of culture and commerce torn apart by history.
That's a lot of people. Look at the edges.
The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Windy is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth.
I've never heard of an azimuth.
Samara is the east azimuth. Seol is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called.
Okay.
Connections to other worlds. Words past the Incelindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there.
I suppose. Continue.
You have little idea what they are. Distant stars. Gods. But looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away.
17 total needed to know this particular fact. Wow. Continue.
Perhaps they are gods. Gods of distance and outer dust.
Can't know about it, can't conceive of it. Wow. Can I buy these maps?
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them.
Well, thank you for that judgment. You're probably right. Continue.
They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Why is the one of Martinez so cheap? You seem to underestimate my resources, but sure, okay. You know she doesn't. Martinez.
That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamp.
Sure. I remember noticing the viewers.
The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it?
Not really. What happened then?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
So I could buy the map of Martinez, or I could steal it. Even odds. I may retry it. She's looking right at me. I feel like... Kim's right here. Isn't he going to have a problem with this? Aside from which, I'm guessing that we're going to run into a situation where if I don't buy something from her, she's not going to help me. I'm just reading ahead, you understand. 90 cents is going to be the cheapest thing in this store, no doubt about it. I'll buy it.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Great, I got it. Bye. Did I look at this one yet? I didn't, did I? What's this?
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Paranatural. Let's have a look.
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance.
Okay, continue.
These 3 things are very important to the working class mind.
I suppose so.
The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
How does that work? Interesting. It is if you don't really care. Medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to... So basically for poor people? Continue.
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything.
Sour grapes in book form.
Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note.
Did you have to buy the book first?
When it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
Right. So it's your own fault. Never forget that you're to blame for your own situation. I see. Great. Helpful book. Does the book say anything else?
The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium.
It even lists plants.
It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And
now I get interrupted by the shopkeeper?
There's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying.
Yeah, I suppose not. Although finding magnesium in the wild might be useful if I ever end up in the wild for some reason. What books are these?
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf.
She narrows her eyes.
Wisdom is not for free.
Oh, you actually like these ones, do you?
I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh, no.
What? Okay. So I can't talk about them, so I also couldn't buy them even if I wanted to. Great, bye. What's this?
Aces low.
Aces low.
For the rest of the world, the Aces Low is just some cool Revachol thing, politically neutral. In Revachol, it still holds revolutionary connotations. Also, have you looked at Lieutenant Kitsuragi's clothes? He wears a bomber jacket.
He does.
Just like the ones worn by aerostatic brigades. And those cargo pants look like they could fit tools for hot fixing your burning aerostatic. You should ask him about this.
Maybe I should, yeah. Bonuses? +2 empathy towards Kim Kitsuragi permanently, +1 esprit de corps. The core is right. The roots of the RCM. Okay, so I'm a little bit more empathetic to the police, or at least I know more about them, or something. Okay. But, you know, permanent empathy towards Kim seems good. Right. Well, let's get out of here. I guess maybe I should ask Kim about that thing that we just said I should ask Kim about. Hey, Kim.
Yes?
I have a +1 to convince Kim that there's a sexy dark mystery twist in the case because it was a murder. I suppose it would be under, I want to talk about you, but it doesn't seem like anything has changed here. Probably just isn't willing to talk about it just yet. 17% chance?
What if you did it?
I succeeded. I succeeded. Did what? The hanged man?
Yes, you killed him. And then, as part of the plan, you drowned out the memory.
I mean, I'll admit that between episodes there was a point at which I wondered about that very fact, but like, are you sure we want to bring that up with Kim? I mean, I guess if it's a possibility. Continue?
Maybe this is why your chest feels so hollow. You did an awful thing. And you can't even bring yourself to acknowledge it.
Continue?
Are you sure you would have the strength to take down a hardened mercenary?
I am not.
You're not in the best shape.
Kim, I think I may be the murderer. I killed the man and then tricked myself into forgetting about it. Keep it to yourself. This is your burden to bear now. What nonsense. Discard the idea. I mean, I don't think it's possible. But my options here are discarded entirely, bring it up to Kim. Those are the three options, yes. Internalize it, but don't tell him, or don't bring it up at all because it's nonsense. Did I save before any of this? I didn't, did I? I'm pretty sure that he will see that it's nonsense as well, but also there is the weird thing that with my memory being gone. I'm almost certain I know more about this. I knew more about this before I lost my memory than I do now, but this doesn't seem quite right. I'm never going to make this roll again. I mean, not that I could anyway, but like, let's just float the idea.
And what has led you to this conclusion?
The lieutenant appears unfazed. My chest feels hollow, like I did something terrible. I'm a bad person. I believe I could have done anything. This one.
That is a common side effect of overindulgence. It will pass.
Uh-huh. Continue.
Besides, I doubt you could have taken down a hardened mercenary single-handedly.
I suspect you're right on that front.
See? You're clearly not a man in your prime anymore.
I mean, sure, but like, not your average dude couldn't do that anyway.
Don't take it personally. It's just that security guards kept on by large corporations tend to be better trained and better armed than officers of the RCM.
He studies your face for signs of offense. So you're saying I didn't kill him?
I find that highly unlikely. It's not unusual for detectives to feel complicit in a crime until the perpetrator is apprehended, especially when the investigation is dragging.
Right.
So let's get back to it, shall we?
Ever the font of patience, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Let's see if it's an option and I want to talk about you.
What about me?
You're wearing a Revolutionary Air Brigade jacket, aren't you? That one, yes.
What? These?
He zips up the large collar.
It's just seasonal clothing.
And those look like airman pants, good for storing tools in.
Where is this going?
He looks at his pants. You see, Kim, I have this place in my head, point to your head, where I develop new ideas and connections. Nowhere, let's change the subject, but still keep it on you. This seems entirely in character.
Interesting. I think it's called a brain.
I might have one of those. I'm never really sure.
It's no mere brain.
It's no mere brain. Oh, yes, a brain. No, it's more than that. Anyway, no, normal people don't have this. It's like a mind laboratory, a spiritual R&D division. No, a palette. No, better yet, a painter's atelier of concepts. A little bit arrogant. Mildly arrogant. That said, I do feel like this thing I have going where the parts of my brain trying to convince me of things that aren't necessarily helpful is not something that everybody necessarily has. So I'm going to go ahead and say it's more than that.
Anyway,
in this special place, I have come to suspect that you have some kind of thing with the Revolutionary Air Brigades. That's all. I just wanted you to know I have this thing. Keep pointing at your head. Why did I even bring it up in that case?
I do not have a thing with Revolutionary Air Brigades in particular.
Just air brigades, then?
Okay, I wanted to become an aerostatic pilot. Then I turned 10 and realized we no longer have an air force.
Are you sure the Revolutionary has got nothing to do with this? Thank you, my mind is satisfied. Point to your head again. Why did I bring it up? He wanted to be a pilot. That's fair, but he's still wearing it now. He's certainly not 10 anymore. Are you sure?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay, my mind is satisfied then.
Good.
He glances impatiently at his electronic wristwatch. Okay, thanks, Kim.
Good. Let's change the subject.
Let's change the subject to nothing. Okay, now then, I gotta go talk to the store person. Whoa, what was that? Hold up. What's this? Everyone knows the most interesting things about fascists was their magic. I'm glad I noticed that. Yes, fascist magic, of course. Okay. Hi. Oh, before. Do I have a map now? Didn't I already have this? I feel like I already had this. Map wall, interfacing challenging. There's no point. Why is that check even still there? I could steal the map, but I already have the map. It's in my pocket. Interact. There it is. Use interact buttons. That one.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations.
Okay.
Year 48 resides on the upper right corner.
Okay, trace a map through the grid. Trace a path through the grid, rather. Yes.
Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North. Finally, coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
Because it's kind of imperfect, right? It's not real. That's why it was cheap.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the map tab.
I already did. Put the map away. I did it. I've done it. I swear I already had this. If I spent 90 real for absolutely nothing, I'm gonna be a little bit sad. Okay, well. Hello. How are you?
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
It sure is. The clerk extends a greeting.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
The energy I bring in. Before we go on, you seem to be well off enough. Can you give me some money? I feel like there won't be an opportune moment to ask later. Sorry, you're the owner of this store. Well, since it says it like that...
Sir, don't be ridiculous. I certainly will not give you money. I would be doing you a grave psychic disfavor.
She gives you a disapproving look. A psychic disfavor, you say?
One has to earn one's success, even if one is a police officer. Handouts are nothing but manipulation. All they do is make you dependent.
Right, but I'm part of a volunteer police department that's based off of donations, is the thing? Continue?
Certainly there are good things to be said about dependence.
It would forge ties between us working people. Good practice for fighting our common enemy. You misunderstand me. I'm a powerful feudal lord. I demand tribute. This is about traditions. Damn, you're right. What kind of business relationship would that kickstart? Excuse me. I don't even know why I said that. A lapse of professionalism that does not represent my values. I want to. I'm going to.
Now, hey there.
She raised her finger.
Like someone isn't taking responsibility for the energy they bring into this space.
Oh, come on. I'm taking full responsibility for the energy I bring into this space, and my energy is that of a feudal lord.
Tribute? Power? These are not the traditions we're used to in this part of the world.
Oh, fine. So you are the owner of this store?
I am. The proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Her voice is high-pitched as if to give it more penetration. It does seem that way, yes? I was told there's a huge fridge in the building cellar. Can you lead me there? What if I want to buy a book? The girl outside mentioned this place is cursed. Your daughter's the one standing outside the store, right? Farewell for now, book peddler. Let's talk about your daughter.
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post, doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of course. No, she was definitely slacking off. It doesn't matter now. Tell me something else. I mean, she wasn't slacking off. I suppose if I wanted to get you to leave the store, I could maybe tell you that she was slacking off and you go and talk to her, and then I could sneak into your basement. But she was absolutely doing her job. From like 9 this morning until 7 o'clock right now. Like, she's been out there a long time.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
I did, yes.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
10, she's certainly very polite and helpful. 5, I felt some interest. 1, not impressed. I'm not going to grade a human being. I don't do that. It is a bit of a harsh way to deal with your own daughter. As much as the thing is that if I give her a glowing report, she's just going to be like, great, it's perfect having my daughter standing outside in the winter to draw customers into the store, so I'm going to do this one.
Come now, it's not personal. It's about proper sales practices and market research. I expect an answer.
She crosses her arms. You are something, aren't you? You're a piece of work. She's very polite and helpful, but I don't want you to keep doing this to her, but... Go in the middle of the road. I felt some... I felt some... I don't know how I want to handle this. Market research. This one.
I guess it's better than nothing. She'll have to try harder next time.
The way you're handling her strikes me as wrong. Annette is quite the trooper. She's a great value add. I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labor. All this pressure has really made her anxious. Do you know she's been chewing on her nails? Okay, let's change the subject. Can I bring up more than one of these? Because this is the one that came from my conversation with her.
God. I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit.
Her voice is firm.
She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life.
I don't think she can do anything about it. Okay, forget it. None of your business.
She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
Uh-huh. Did you know that there are, like, cash register noises that weave their way into your voice as you're speaking? Because that seems a little weird.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
What you're doing is wrong. Even I know that, and I usually don't know anything. That is true, and obviously the will of the market, but maybe make an exception for your daughter? Yeah, actually, it's super all right for kids to chew their hands off. Forget I said anything. stinking feeling that if I said that, she would actually go ahead and drop the subject. So let's go ahead and try and pressure her, yeah?
She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change.
Great.
She's looking for one, but there simply aren't any good arguments for being an asshole.
It seems like it, huh? Continue.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there.
All of a sudden, she exhales sharply. Her shoulders slump down.
There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
She stops, but her mouth keeps moving. Oh, Annette's inside. Hey, cool. Is this husband Annette's father? Is she an only child? She told me she doesn't go to school anymore. All right, I had something else in mind. I was kind of hoping to sneak into your basement while you were out talking to Annette, but you know what? That's fine. It faded to black. I guess it's okay. She told me she doesn't go to school anymore. No, wait a second. Is this your husband? Is this husband Annette's father? Is she an only child? This seems unnecessarily prying, right? Because, like, if she remarried or anything like that, that's going to be her business, and she won't want to talk about it. She told me she doesn't go to school anymore.
She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course.
Plaisance nods.
I assure you, I, of all people, understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
And you're just counting on that being an inevitability, huh? Continue.
And hell freezes over? Never mind. It's not a good topic to get into.
Probably not. Is she an only child?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
She pauses for a second in the middle of that. Couldn't have. It's not in past tense?
A glimmer of sadness blinks through the well-crafted exterior.
Why not? Yes, of course. This economy. Why not?
We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy.
Her voice wavers a bit.
Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand.
Wasn't I the one who told you that I don't think I have children? Good observation there, Plaisance.
I'm sorry.
She
I'm sure
herself.
You do understand.
Oh, probably. I understand very well. Is this husband Annette's father?
Yes. My husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here.
She says
No
gloomily.
matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
Wait, Grand Couronne, what's that? And your husband's also involved with the bookstore? It sounds like no, he's not, but let's talk about Grand Couronne.
It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighborhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects.
I am afraid I don't.
Most of the buildings are empty at the moment.
Her smile is wide.
It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure.
And you're just going to abandon the bookstore at that point? And your husband's also involved with the bookstore?
He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
And that sounds discouraging for you.
Super silent. Almost inaudibly so.
Yeah, seems like it. All right, I had something else in mind.
The woman looks aloof. Her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
We've softened her a little bit, but, like, I still feel like she's not going to want me to go digging around in her cellar, but... I know how to buy books. I don't need information on that front. This is why I'm here. Huge fridge. Can you leave me there?
A fridge? No, I don't know anything about a fridge. Aren't you interested in books?
She fidgets with her pendant and nods at the bookshelves. I did buy a map. Doesn't that count?
For whatever reason, she's lying to you about the fridge. Seems like you have to find your own way to the cellar.
Okay, well, I suppose I can do that. What if I want to buy a book?
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop?
She fiddles her pendant.
Don't you feel compelled? Go, go. Get back there. The books await you.
She fiddles her pendant, then waves her bony fingers directly at you. So what types of books do you have then? All right, I'll take a look then. I mean, I've already looked at all of them, but sure, let's hear your rundown,
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself.
She nudges her glasses.
The shelves compel you, don't they?
Apparently you do. All right, I'll take a look then.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Fair enough. Farewell for now, but book peddler. Okay. So, clearly this is the way I need to go. I'm not sure exactly how I'll distract her, but I'm also entirely out of time. Like, I've pushed it actually kind of way too far since I was talking to Plaisance for so long. So, I'm going to leave off here. Next time, I'm probably going to check in with Annette, but then we're just going to try and figure out a way to sneak down here. Maybe I should try that first? I'm guessing she'll try and stop me, right? And then we'll have to figure out a way to distract her. And maybe Annette will be helpful in that regard. I'm really not sure. But in any case, thank you for watching. The end points of episodes are going to be weird this series. I'm afraid that's just how it is. It's a giant time-consuming point-and-click adventure game. It's just how it is. But next time, we're going to find our way into that basement. Dang it. I got a corpse to put in there, and nobody's going to stop me, particularly not this person. That's right. We'll see you next time.